Ladies, gentlemen, you're watching TOJ. I'm your host, Rico Suave. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of you guys was reaching out for my opinion on the recent interview in the Breakfast Club with Monique and Charlamagne the Guy, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy because Monique came there in person to chop it up with Charlamagne after he gave her Donkey of the Day, which I think he actually deserved. I'm sorry, I think she deserved to be Donkey of the Day. And I'm going to go into that because a lot of you guys, I read the comments under the Breakfast Club interview. Because that's why I saw it. I watched it on YouTube. I didn't watch it. I didn't hear it live. So I watched the playback. So a lot of people are saying that they agree. Some folks disagreed. But for the most part, I went through almost 200 comments, and out of 200, I would say for the most part, the majority of those comments were negative towards Monique, and I agree with them. Give me a second. Will Packer, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and the guy that produced Empire, Lee Daniels, you cannot piss off powerful people who can pull strings. I don't care how emotional you get. In the 48 Laws of Power, you have to know who you're dealing with. That's one of my absolute favorite favorite laws in the 48 Laws of Power is know who you're dealing with. And for the most part, I don't think Monique understood the gravity of shit she was getting herself into when she went on stage that night and told Oprah Winfrey to suck her dick. And after that, it went downhill. Friends in high places have other friends in high places. Okay, the comedy game is true as it relates to what have you done for me lately. I'm gonna go into that. There's a difference between being a legend and being legendary. Okay, take my glasses off. I want y'all to see my face. A lot of times people think I'm reading cue cards and fuck whatever. But let me tell you something. Kim Kardashian is by all means a scumbag piece of shit. She a skank. She's slime. The whole Kardashian brand is scum. However, what they have accomplished by being famous for nothing is legendary. Kim Kardashian, her following is legendary on Instagram. Her following on Snapchat is legendary. Okay, what she's done with her name, this girl is famous for sucking a dick on a videotape and turned that into a damn near $1 billion, I don't know, fortune maybe? It's the word I'm looking for. Because it ain't really an industry. She's basically famous for nothing. And they have an uncanny ability to keep themselves in the media for doing nothing. She gets her hair braided, broke the internet. Shows her ass, broke the internet. So Monique is one of those people with talent, with true talent, raw talent, that's stuck now in an industry that's built on aggregation of followers. Netflix, they gauge how popular you are, or they gauge how much you're worth on anticipatory viewership, meaning that how many people do we anticipate to watch, what I'm saying, to stream your video when your movie is available. When Will Smith did that movie called Bright was horrible to me. Folks liked it, I didn't like it. Bright did good, but Luke Cage broke the internet when it came out. I remember that morning trying to watch Luke Cage on Netflix. I thought my account was suspended. It kept stopping and buffering. When Dave Chappelle put his videos out, his 2 specials, it wouldn't stop buffering. I had to watch it maybe 11 o'clock that morning. Because from between 6 o'clock a.m. and 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, Netflix was fucked up. So I say that to say that yes, Monique is a legend. Red Fox is a legend. But if Red Fox was alive right now, he could not pack Madison Square Garden. He couldn't pack Madison Square Garden or Radio City Music Hall. That's what Dave Chappelle can do. Dave Chappelle can pack. I remember I think it's June this year. Dave Chappelle is doing some kind of picnic. This motherfucker is doing 10 shows. I think he did it already. How do you pack Radio City Music Hall 10 times? Dude, that's like that's legendary shit. Plus, Dave Chappelle can just like go somewhere in a regular comedy club and sit on his ass and do 4 straight hours of stand up just talking. I mean, no bathroom breaks, smoke a couple of cigarettes, talk a little shit. Monique can't do that. Monique does not have the same crossover appeal as a Tiffany Haddish, who today I just found out. Tiffany Haddish just got a deal with Netflix. She's on the rise. Tiffany Haddish knows the art of compromise. I think Monique is done. Should have burned up bridges, and that weirdo ass husband of hers, I don't trust that nigga either. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice about that. But Monique's husband is fucking her career up, and I think she just don't care. Plus, she's in debt, according to all these articles. That's been, when I Google her name, once you done piss the right people off, a lot of your friends in high places, they hold secrets about you. And I don't mean no Illuminati shit. It's just that on the way up, folks learn stuff about you that you would rather them keep secret. Just like R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a scumbag. Now R. Kelly is getting kicked out of his house, out of both houses. And rightfully so. Maybe he out of money. I don't see why he's broke. But R. Kelly just got evicted out of both houses. Which means either he just did some nigga shit, didn't want to pay his rent, I guess, or pay the mortgage or what have you. Or maybe his lease was up. Who knows? But Monique is facing money issues. And the guy, the husband, that weird motherfucker, for him to be a real lawyer, let me tell you something about this guy. The Monique situation. I know a lot of y'all like Monique and it's going to go through this ear out the other ear. A real, true to the game lawyer will tell their client, a real client, shut the fuck up. I got an entertainment lawyer. My lawyer gives me the same advice. Because of my YouTube channel and my comic books and my art, I actually have an entertainment lawyer because I have intellectual properties. So when you look at Beyonce Daddy, who was the daddy of Beyonce, Mary J. Blige's husband, and Jill Scott's dude, a lot of times it's not. I think I may have a visitor. Give me a second. No, I don't. So, but if you look at if you look at Jill Scott, dude, they're going through issues right now. You don't put nobody that close to your business, to your financial situation, because a true to the game person that's representing you can't really. It's almost like a conflict of interest, if that makes sense. So a lot of people that's around you, that's close to you, can't give you the right advice if they personally invested in you, like a husband could. Because once there's no money, a real husband, that weird motherfucker, wouldn't have his wife in debt. Okay? You can't be the lawyer and the manager at the same time. I'm saying what I know, bro. There's people who are they build a profile about you. Like politicians have these people. They call it image maker. The image maker and the publicist tell you, go do this, go do that. Oprah is a fat black lady. White women love Oprah to death. Monique could have been the next Oprah. If y'all remember when Monique came out, Monique fucked herself up by putting herself in that sassy mother love category, that chitlin shit. Let me tell you something. Slapstick comedy works. Sketch comedy works. That's the reason why Dave Chappelle was legendary. Because with a sketch comedy show, you do sketches, like in Living Color, Saturday Night Live. It's called sketch comedy. Slapstick comedy is more like the Three Stooges. You smack them around, pop, 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 pop. You hit the motherfucker in the head with a hammer. There's all categories. There's even like that Seinfeld, that observatory. With Seinfeld does it, and George Carlin was the god of observatory comedy. When he would say, the 10 Commandments meant this. That's white folks. White folks love observatory comedy. Tiffany Haddish just signed a deal with Netflix, a mega $1 million deal. Doing cartoons. She's like a cartoon voice with BoJack Horseman. And I like BoJack Horseman. I didn't think I would like it at first, but I mean, the dude who created BoJack Horseman, I think it's the same white dude from Breaking Bad. He played Jesse Pinkman. I think it's Aaron Paul is the guy who Tiffany Haddish is doing. Tiffany Haddish got a big white following. And I've seen some of Tiffany Haddish's comedy. Tiffany Haddish is a big crossover appeal. Chris Rock is known worldwide. Kevin Hart is known worldwide. Dave Chappelle is known worldwide. Amy Schumer is known worldwide. Monique is not known worldwide. I'm sorry about that, folks. I know that's y'all girl, that's y'all bitch, that's your home girl. she family, that's your people, whatever little, term you want to give Monique. At the end of the day, these folks who make these decisions, bro, look at it. They take all that shit into account. Dave Chappelle went on tour and did 1,500 shows, and folks was like stalking this fucking dude. Ain't nobody stalking Monique, bro. I'm sorry that it's that way. She's a legend, but Monique is not legendary. Her career is not legendary. Even if you're the most decorated person, all your accolades has to translate into dollars. Amy Schumer is corny as a motherfucker, dog. In fact, Amy Schumer is corny. Sarah Silverman is the worst. But white folks love her. They can pack arenas by themselves. Not without, the Jewish girls of comedy or Jewish queens of comedy or whatever, these weird motherfuckers are. But at the end of the day, it would take Monique, some more, Adele Givens. I just, my phone locked up. I'm trying to do it while I'm talking to y'all. I just Googled the top popular female comedians. None of them were black. In fact, I here you go right here. Let me see if I can go back in my Google search. But I know for a fact, here you go, most demanded black comedian females. Black female comedians. According to Ranker.com, y'all can see that. So I'm not talking shit. Top female black comedians is backwards to me. It may be forward to y'all. But look at that shit. That's the top comedians. Monique is not even in this list. Whoopi Goldberg, some more. Tiffany Haddish, who's 36 years old. Tiffany Haddish, like I said, is hosting the MTV Music Awards. She done made it. Monique is not crossover enough to do that. I hate that that's how it is, but unfortunately, that's just how it is. A lot of times today, I got friends that do comedy right now, bro, and the first thing they ask, the first thing that the promoters ask them is, throw these glasses away. The promoters ask them, how many followers do you have? They don't even care how funny you are. They don't want to know if you're a legend. Eddie Murphy is a legend. That motherfucker can go on stage right now. Now, I don't think Eddie Murphy is known worldwide, but America-wise, Eddie Murphy is that fucking dude. And another thing, a lot of the kings of comedy, now Bernie Mac passed away. Now, Bernie Mac at one point did Transformers. He had the Bernie Mac show on Fox that lasted like 6 years. But Hughley even had the Hughleys. But D.L. Hughley is now doing radio. D.L. Hughley did some stuff, some MTV stuff. But Sid the Entertainer, I think, is stuck in that same rut that Monique is stuck in, where Cedric don't really know how to parlay what he does into something that gives him crossover appeal. Because when you're doing comedy, Lavelle Crawford got it, for example. He's a fat black dude. Lavelle Crawford doing big, but the man got a kid now. He's trying to lose weight before he dropped dead. But you can be famous, and you can be black people famous. Once you become white people famous, you are you're marketable, and that's what they call an anticipatory viewership. Anticipatory streaming is what it's called. They anticipate that. When Chris Rock last comedy special to me, that thing called Tambourine was boring. It was awful. I did not find that shit funny. But that's Chris Rock. Here we go. The top black female comedians that's demanded. Here we go. Look at that. I'm trying to do it. Y'all trust me. Fuck that. Y'all can Google it yourself. Some more. Tiffany Haddish, Wanda Sykes, Whoopi Goldberg. Now Whoopi Goldberg can pack an arena, I think, or maybe not. But she can do. She Whoopi would not be doing comedy clubs. Put it like that. Whoopi Goldberg is on TV, daytime TV, and she's successful at it. Steve Harvey does the Family Feud. He's successful at that. So Monique and that weird ass husband of hers, regardless of what. Now I will say this much: I did not find the Netflix deal fair that they offered her. That $500,000. Now, $500,000 is cool. If she can do a Dave Chappelle, give him a quick video she recorded, a year ago, some shit she had on the shelf, and they pay for it, and y'all shake hands and y'all go y'all separate ways. I can live with that. The deal they offered Monique was $500,000 upfront flat fee to hold, copyright, and own the intellectual property of all the material contained within that special. Meaning that once she did that special for Netflix, she can't perform that same special on the road. She would have to have all new material from scratch, or pull a Kevin Hart and get like a writing team to write a whole new script for an hour and then buy another script again. So they also wanted Monique to not be able to perform for 2 years straight. And then when that 2 years was up, Netflix wanted the power to have first dibs at her new special. Now, like the husband said, I do agree with that. That if they're going to withhold Monique from staying off the road, they got to give her at least $4 to $5 million, because she would lose that much money if they would show tax returns and all that kind of stuff. For her to, a lot of times comedians do that when you on a radio show. When I was on the radio, I had the same situation. I had to sign what's called a do not compete clause. And once you get off the air, you can't compete with the radio station for a year. But they pay you a stipend to stay off the air. Monique could have signed one of those, but she already blacklisted by Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and you don't fuck over Oprah, dog. I'm sorry. Oprah Winfrey might be an asshole or what have you, but at the end of the day, bro, you're dealing with Oprah Winfrey. And on top of that, that piece of shit, Amy Schumer, has been accused, and there's so many videos on YouTube. I'm gonna put one in the description of Amy Schumer stealing material. She's just blatantly black boot stealing jokes, and she'll remix the joke. So she's actually a creation of the system. The media just made her famous. The same way they made Kim Kardashian famous. They have to make you famous. Sometimes you can pull a Metallica and become famous with, like that's how Metallica got famous. They got famous on the road without no airplay. And then MTV couldn't ignore Metallica any longer. Metallica built their name by selling tapes out the trunk of cars and selling their own tapes at shows. So that's what how Monique could have done that. Not only Monique done build the name, Monique's only out is basically to build a fucking Patreon page. Get a Patreon account and take that YouTube shit to the next level, bro. Because at the end of the day, I don't see her getting booked for any shows anytime soon, because too many folks in power got too many friends in power. And what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. Monique is actually in financial straits, and that weird ass husband of hers, if he was doing the right job, no manager, no credible manager will let their client and their own wife get this far into debt. Anyway, that's my thoughts and my opinions on that Monique situation. Hit like, share, and subscribe. The comment section is where you either hate or participate. So next time, take care of yourself.